Alpha, alpha, alpha. One day, in American Lit, back in 1988, Professor Charles Donahue joked Delsea Drive in southern New Jersey was the most hideous road in America. Was he contrasting the beauty and the horror of Emily Dickinson to Delsea? That hurt. I suggested Route 130 was the genuine, quote, heart of darkness. The lit nerds laughed, but did that ease my pain? Because I spent more time commuting from home than downtime on campus, did I need to be reminded that commuter life was unappealing? Yeah, I was one of that 1/3 who called the parking lot their college dorm. This pain refluxed again when my sister said that you don't have a true college experience unless you live there. Oh, gee, thanks, sis. But was she right? It wasn't rough because of the gas money or the traffic, but the unsettling ache that I was missing a rite of passage. No Animal House, no sock on a doorknob, no pounding bass from the floor above. Discourse on intercourse in a minivan. When my girls were young, we lived close to my old college, and I would still drive to Glassboro. This time, it was commuting to dance class, only 3 miles from campus. But the traffic gave my daughters enough time to test my shock absorbers. They sat in the back of the Mazda MPV minivan, consumed in books. My eldest brought the human body book and asked, "Dad, what's a vagina?" Just what are you reading? The human reproductive system. She was in 3rd grade. Did she make it all the way through that book to that chapter? It's pronounced vagina. That's when her sister, 3 years younger, shouts, "Vagina! Vagina! Vagina!" Looking at the pictures from various angles, she asked more about this mysterious thing. Did she have one? Yes. Old enough to ask, old enough for the truth. She asked about this curious object called a penis. It's pronounced penis, babe. Her younger sister, sensing discomfort, repeated, "Penis! Penis! Penis!" This continued with semen, sperm, clitoris, climax, intercourse, eggs, ejaculation, conception, pubic hair, fertilization, vas deferens, fallopian tubes. So that's how babies are made? Yeah. This is how we were made? Yep, I said, wishing the traffic would move faster. Who prepares parents for such things? Glassboro State was now Rowan University. Students rushed to class or to their dorms or to their cars. My blonde-haired daughter closed her book. What was college like, Dad? The hike from parking lot C to Bose Hall was brutal, especially in wind and rain. Did you eat in the student center? You mean Taco Bell? What are those strange letters on the houses? Those are Greek letters for fraternities and sororities, a house where students live. I adored a lass from Delta Zeta, Elise. Did I belong to one? Yeah, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha. What? My red-headed daughter asked. That's Greek for AAA. They helped me when I was broken down. Oh, I envied those who pledged. I had picked up flyers and wrote down rush times, but the only rushing I did was to my job at the Holiday Inn, my surrogate fraternity. Perhaps I could have formed a commuting frat where we could hang and drink Jolt Cola for the drive home, but I didn't because where was the time for that? The outside world was my classroom. But despite everything, I've concluded my sister was inaccurate. I did have a college experience, even if I didn't live there. Because I commuted, I wasn't cocooned in false reality and false expectations. I learned to enjoy moments with passions for lifelong learnings and experiencing more by living more. My classroom was too large for one campus. With the money I saved by commuting, I traveled overseas with Professor Edward Wolf and discovered my calling as a writer and as a teacher. I financed studies in England and money for graduate school. I took road trips to Boston, New Hampshire, Colorado, California, Oregon, Canada. And with my wife, we would drive through England and Wales and Spain and France. And we have taken our girls on camping trips to Quebec, South Carolina, New York, the Outer Banks. So many places. From the time I was little, my mom called me a gasoline ass. I was always down for a drive. I loved the road a little too much, even if many miles were on Delsea.